looking to change or amend previous tax years that you already filed, this video is for you. We're looking right now at the CRA login page. So when you log in, you'll have a home page and you're just going to go down to the right bar, taskbar, you'll find a change my return. Click that and you'll get into this home screen. So when you're looking to change your return or amend a previous year return, you'll be able to do it on the CRA login account. So you must have a My CRA login. If you're not sure, check a previous video out to know how to create your own login and to have access to this. Okay, so this is very good. Before you begin, it'll tell you what kind of changes you can or cannot make. So you can use it after you received your notice of assessment. So you can only make changes here once you've received your notice of assessment. You only get a notice of assessment once you filed a tax return. What does that mean? That means you can't file your tax return using this. You can only amend previous filed ones. And there's a list of changes that you can't make. So you cannot use change my return to change a tax return that has not been assessed, a tax return where 9 reassessments exist for a particular tax year. If this happens for a particular tax year, something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. A bankruptcy return, a return prior to the year of bankruptcy, certain returns for international or non-resident clients, including returns for sojourners, returns filed under a bunch of these different sections, or an old age security return of income. A return where you have income from a business where a permanent establishment is outside your province or territory of residence. A return that was filed by the CRA under subsection 152.7. In any of these cases, referred to by mail. So if you have any of these that are quite specific, you won't be able to file a tax return using this change my return. You'll have to file by mailing it to them. So that's the first thing. Of course, most of this will not apply to many of you. So you'll say start. Now, once you get to the select the tax year mark, it'll give you a bunch of years that you can make a change. So when you make changes for one year, you cannot make changes to another year. That means you have to do it one by one. Okay, so you're making a T1 adjustment request. Well, in theory, that's what you're doing. If your tax year does not appear in the list above, you can make a T1 adjustment request as well. So here you have a bunch of different tax years. I will just go down to the earliest one, 2016. Now, I will note here that it says 2025 because I actually filed my tax return already. If you did not file your tax return, you will not see 2025. It would just start at 2024 here. Now, when you're filing your tax return or making amendments, you have a huge CRA audit or review case. So if I was to make a change to my 2025 or 2024, it would likely be okay and I wouldn't have high odds of being reviewed or audited. These are quite recent years. But let's say I was to make a change in 2021, 2022, or anything prior to that. You know, these changes could be anything from forgetting to deduct a professional or union dues. Maybe I had donations that I didn't deduct and I just found my slips from before. It could be anything really. But if you are making the change here in the past, especially if you're looking to get a refund in, then you will likely just be flagged right away and a case will be open for you in order for you to send proof of that. So not unheard of, as soon as you make a change really in the past here in the few, whether it's, a couple years down the list here, that it'll automatically ask for proof in order for you to get the notice of reassessment. So you'll automatically get flagged. But if you make one in the year that you filed or in the prior year, likely you will be okay. That's just something that I noticed. So I'm going to go into 2016. If, for example, I was to make a change in 2016. So you'll go in and find these different tax lines. So I'm not going to show you, what I was making in 2016. Of course, I was a student back then, so there's nothing to show. I will show you how you would make a change. So you have here a list of different line items here that you can go through. Most of you would have missed something such as perhaps not including rental income. Let's say you had rental income that you didn't include, you would just go and you would press 126 net rental income and just include the net amount. Okay, so you don't have to go in and show your expenses and your revenue. Just go in, do that calculation yourself and show your net rental income. Same thing with business income. So I would go in and I would show my net business income, whether it is professional income, whether it is commission income, farming, whatever that is, you would just go in and show that. Okay, so you'll find it when you click on here, you'll find a list there. But you can see there's a bunch of different things. If, for example, you wanted to claim a union or professional due, you would click on this and include the amount here. So all you have to do is click on that, whatever it is related, what is related to the change that you're making. If it's to include business income or rental income, you would just include the net amount. If, for example, you forgot to have any of these different kind of credits or any of the different deductions, you'll go in and include the actual amount. So here you can see, maybe I forgot to include an RRSP deduction, you would go in and you would include that deduction there. Once you do that, you'll just click next and you'll be able to provide additional information and review and submit. And it's that easy, okay? So once that happens, you'll have a notice of reassessment. You'll wait until you get that notice of reassessment, in which case then if you had a refund, they will send it to you either by mail or by direct deposit. If you do not have a direct deposit on file, they will mail it to you. Before you can even get the notice of reassessment, they will need to check if you're going to be flagged for a review or an audit, in which case they will ask you for support. Once you send in the support, they approve it, then you'll get a notice of reassessment and you will get your money back. So very straightforward here. I know there's a lot of questions that you had regarding how to make an amendment, what line item should you do, the tax line. Just go through it yourself. It'll be very straightforward. You shouldn't have any questions. If you do have questions, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading all your comments and questions. I answer each one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. That really helps with the channel. Remember, this is general information, not personalized tax advice.